Okay, am I audible? Ankita ji, Yamine ji. Yeah. So coming to this week's current affair, this week we are having less less current affairs. Tantalum. Why tantalum is in news? Why tantalum is in news? Okay. So deposits of tantalum were found on the bank of River Sutlej, and it is a rare metal, and even it is having a lot of application because of its property like ductility. And I told you nowadays these rare earths are having a lot of application in our electronic industry and also in the EVs, that is electric vehicles, etc. So tantalum, a rare metal, has recently been discovered in the Sutlej River by an IIT Ropar team. Of course, uh, River Sutlej passes through the town Ropar, and Ropar is the new name of Roopnagar. Roopnagar is the site of the IVC. Now, what is tantalum? It is a gray, heavy, and highly corrosion resistant with the atomic number 73. Of course, rarely you will get the atomic numbers in the examination, but in the last uh, TSPSC Group 1 prelim second time examination, they have asked, if I am not wrong, in one of the exam, they have asked the atomic number of uranium which is widely used in the nuclear reactors. You people don't know what sort of question they are asking. You have to go through the recent examination papers. That is very important. Now, it is a rare metal which was first discovered in 1802 by Swedish chemist Anders Gustav Eckenberg. Of course, this may be asked or may not be asked. But if such kind of persons get the Nobel Prize, maybe in earlier days or today, you may encounter that question. Okay? And even we have discussed in our routine classes or maybe in the last current affairs session. Nobel Prize was awarded to persons who worked a lot for the lithium ion batteries. Maybe last class or before that. Yes. Now, and it forms an oxide layer when exposed to air. And again, ductile. It is ductile. What is the meaning of ductile? The property of the metal to draw into thin wires. Ductile. Malleable, thin plates. Even copper is ductile, malleable. It is the reason why copper is widely used in the electrical industry, in winding of motors, fans, etc. Now, it is having high melting point, exceeding only by tungsten and rhenium, and it is widely used in uses of tantalum, capacitors. So generally, capacitors will store the power to some extent. Yes. Okay. Capacitors in the electronic sector for compact energy storage and to manufacture components of chemical plants, nuclear power plant, aircraft, missiles, etc. Because it is very hard. Okay. Now it is substitute for platinum because of its high melting point, and we can replace platinum by the tantalum. Okay. And even platinum nowadays widely used in jewelry also. Yes. The discovery in the Sutlej River sand suggests a potential domestic source. Yes, now actually we are depending on the imports. So automatically we can get we can fulfill our domestic requirement by our indigenous production, by which we can save the huge valuable foreign exchange reserve. Now see, the crude oil is falling like anything. when there was a war between Russia and Ukraine, it all the way reached to $130. Now it is only $75, almost all 50%. So we will save a lot of foreign exchange reserves because we are the net importers of the crude oil. Okay. And the second thing, automatically inflation will contain. Of course, even when the crude price was 130, the petrol price in India is 109 rupees. If I am not wrong, even today in Hyderabad it is 109 or 110 rupees. So the government of India has not reduced the price in spite of reduction in the crude oil, because earlier these oil marketing companies suffered huge loss when they purchased the crude oil for 120, 130, etc. In spite of that abnormal spike, they have not increased the petrol prices maybe to 120 or 130. And 20 to 30% of the taxation is there on this crude oil. That is state VAT. For crude oil, we are not having the GST. It is away from the purview of GST. And it is the main source of the state's revenues. And even you are also having the excise duty. So for that reasons, they have not reduced. Maybe in the coming months, definitely they will slash the prices of petrol and diesel. And if petrol and diesel prices are slashed, automatically inflation will get controlled because the transportation cost will decline. Automatically, the cost of production will also decrease. Automatically, they can sell at a lesser price. Definitely, that will play a key role in the controlling of the inflation. Suppose if you are traveling 1,000 kilometers, or if you're sending a, a consignment to a place which is 1,000 kilometers. Now, if the diesel prices, reduce, automatically the transportation charges will get reduced, and automatically their cost price, the person who want to sell in their market, automatically their cost price decreases. Automatically, their selling price will also decrease. It is how the inflation will get contained. Okay. So, lot of benefit to India now as far as crude oil prices are concerned, and a lot of benefit to India as far as the food grain prices are. See, actually, there was sudden price rise when there was war between the Russia and Ukraine. But now, slowly, the prices have been stabilized. In spite of that, because of climate extremities, we cannot expect desired level of production. Now you can see in Hyderabad, the red gram dal, what we call it as a tuvar dal, now it is 190 or 200 in the retail market. It is double century. Now, even this year also, the area of sowing under red gram is very less. Automatically, you may expect more price in the coming days. In the same way, other crops also. Yes. Take care. Now, so remember this. So automatically, we will be benefited a lot. Used in medical applications for surgical equipment and implants. Yes, implants. See, teeth implants, even bones also, bone. Knee replacement surgery, knee replacement. That knee is made by this sort of hard metals. If it is made by limestone or gypsum, time and again you have to replace your knees because they are soft metals. Automatically they will get damaged. Okay? Yes. And implants, composite with tantalum carbide used in high-speed machine tool cutting edges. Okay. So now, where are the tantalum reserves in India? Tantalum ore is available in India in the form of tantalite, columbite ore in mines in Bihar, Rajasthan, and Karnataka. So I don't know whether they are viable or not, but it seems that the river Sutlej mining may be viable. And the ancient name of Sutlej is the Shatudra. And these sort of things already we have discussed. It is an antecedent river. So antecedent river means already it is existing before the formation of the Himalayas. And Himalayas are evolving and it is cutting. So gorge is formed or a canyon is formed. Okay? Yes. That things we already discussed in our routine classes. And Bakra and Nangal, two dams are constructed on the river Sutlej. Okay, Nangal at Nangal village and Bakra at Ropar. And even Bakra is considered as one of the highest dams in India, if I am not wrong. And even we have discussed the reservoir formed by Bakra. The name of the reservoir, that reservoir has been named. What is the name of the reservoir that has been formed by Bakra? Okay. Anybody from online side? The reservoir formed by Bakra Dam is called, whether you are present or absent. Govind Sagar, honoring the Guru Govind Singh. Govind Sagar. And don't get confused with the Govind Vallabh Pant Sagar. Again, you are having another reservoir, Govind Vallabh Pant Sagar. Govind Vallabh Pant Sagar. And which reservoir is named after Govind Vallabh Pant? Tell me. Excellent, Varsha. It is Rehand multi-purpose project, not Hirakud. Okay? Excellent, Varsha and Bhagavati Aparna. And these people are saying it as the Hirakud. The two, these people are seniors. Yes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, a new concept is in news. E prime layer. E prime layer. Why is it in why it is in news? Observation revealed that over the outer core, we have discussed in our routine classes the interiors of the earth: crust, mantle, core. Of course, again these are divided into upper crust, lower crust, and outer mantle, inner mantle, and outer core and inner core. Outer core is in the liquid form. And even we have also discussed various types of discontinuous: Mohorovic, Rapeti, Lehmann's, Gutenberg, etc. So, in the outer core, they have found that there is a small layer of the water. Yes, between mantle and outer core, there is a small layer of the water. And these people are concluding that this layer might have reached because of the gap formed because of the plate movement, which we call it as the tectonic movements. Tectonic movements. What is tectonic movement? Collision of plates or movement of plates is called as the tectonicity or tectonic movement. Yes, remember that. A study led by an international team, including researchers from Arizona State University, has unveiled a link between Earth's surface and its core. Earth's surface and its core, because water entered into the core from surface only. And as we move down, the temperature will increase abnormally. And even in the mantle, there is a plastic zone. In the mantle also there is a plastic zone. Actually, mantle is a rigid, but still, in the mantle you are having a plastic zone. What is the name of that plastic zone? Yes, asthenosphere. Now, unveiled a link between Earth's surface and its core, indicating that surface water has penetrated deep into the earth, forming a distinct layer known as the E prime layer. Remember this E prime layer. Formed by surface water penetrating deep into the planet over billions of years, this layer is characterized by hydrogen rich, silicon depleted. Why silicon will deplete? Silicon will react with the water to form another compound. Influenced by a chemical reaction with the core silicon at the core mantle boundary. Previous it was believed that a minimal material exchange between core and the mantle because of different densities. You cannot mix stone in the boiling milk. Highly impossible in the same way. New findings suggest that tectonic plates have transported surface water around 800 miles below the surface to the core mantle boundary. The water undergoes a chemical reaction. Of course, we have discussed just now. But still, at least remember what is E layer. Okay? And of course, in our Morovic discontinuity, Rapidity, Lehman, Gutenberg, that sort of things, they are the, of course, I will forward this. You are having another discontinuity, Boolean discontinuity at the inner core boundary, which we have not encountered in our routine classes. Now, next, so Surjagad Hill Range. Actually, this hill range in Maharashtra is rich in the iron ore deposits. So many tribal people, and even in yesterday's social issues classes, we have said about the environmental movement. So some people, Adivasis, they have opposed the mining activities because of mining activities, the valuable ecosystem will be depleted, and even these tribal lands will be alienated, and these tribals are considered as sons of forest. And if their resources are alienated, automatically they cannot survive. So it is the reason why it is in the news, but still remember that this region is rich in iron resource. The Maharashtra police arrested prominent Adivasi leaders who were involved in a 250-day long anti-mining agitation against 6 proposed iron mines in Surjagad Hill Range in Gadchirauli district. So remember, in which of the following areas iron ore mines are there. Remember this, because these sort of things are not mentioned in our routine books. Surjagad Hill Range in the Gadchiroli district. The mines are owned by companies such as Jindal Steel and Lloyd Steel. Yes, you are having a, you know, in India, which is the largest producer of steel, Mr. Tharun from Visakhapatnam? Madam Kinera from Visakhapatnam. Which company is the largest producer of steel in India? Kinera from Visakhapatnam and Asma Jabin from. So Aparna is also correct. Again, she got confused. In the government sector, you are having the SAIL. Steel Authority of India Limited will manage all the public sector units of the central government. If I am not wrong, it is a Maharatna company. Of course, in our industries, in the economics, we will discuss what is Maharatna, what is Navaratna, what is Miniratna 1, Miniratna 2. Okay? Yes. So, first is the sale, but leaving sale, you are having the Tata Steel. A single company is Tata Steel, but when you come to the sale, it is a conglomerate of many PSUs. Hindustan Steels Limited, we have ISCO, etc. Okay, leaving the sale, Tata Steels is the biggest company, and you know Tata Steel is also having their company in the UK also. Okay, yes, and even Tata's will own the famous brand Land Rover and Jaguar. Okay, now because of its sales, the Tata Motors shares is just moving like rocket. Yes, remember this. Nice. Now, goal. What is goal? What is goal? Why it is in news? What is goal? Yes, already you have seen the pic. So, goal is the fish, and Gujarat government has made it as the state fish, and it is having wide commercial value, and even it is having a poach in its stomach, and which is having abnormal medicinal value. Poach in its stomach, and even its blubber or other body parts are also having lot of economic importance. And you know, whole world, many countries have banned the what you say catching of whales, but Japan has not stopped, because for Japan, whaling industry is a very popular industry. Okay, very important industry for their economic and prosperity. So from the blubber of the whale, they will manufacture scents which are too costly. And even the blubber is also used for manufacturing of costly wallets, etc. Now, the Gujarat government recently declared the goal as a state fish, citing its economic value and uniqueness. It is a rare and expensive marine species, because you have to remember, because nowadays we are stressing more on the blue economy. Yes, coming days, all the resources on the land will deplete, and only source will be our ocean. It is reason why A- APPSC, in APPSC Group 2 syllabus, you are having the world geography, in which they have clearly mentioned about the blue economy and resources of the ocean. Okay? Yes. The goldfish is a rare and expensive marine species found in the Indo-Pacific region, from the Persian Gulf to the Pacific Ocean, primarily in the marine areas of Gujarat and Maharashtra. And what is the name of the coast of Gujarat? What is the name of the Gujarat coast? What is the name of the Gujarat coast? What is the name of Gujarat coast? What is the name of Gujarat coast, Mr. Middle Raju? So this is how our people are studying. Excellent, excellent, Bhagavati. Saurashtra coast. Gujarat coast is Saurashtra coast. Maharashtra coast is Konkan coast. I don't know why you are getting confused. And you have to remember Saurashtra coast because of even Gandhiji. Saurashtra and Maharashtra is Konkan. And Gujarat is the state which is the leading producer of salt in India. Gujarat. Okay? Yes, no issue. It is loaded with rich nutrients such as iodine, omega 3. Omega 3 is also very, very, very much important. Omega 3 is needed for a healthy heart. DHA, EPA, iron, taurine, magnesium, fluoride, and selenium. Its length will be 1.5 meter. Price increases with length, reaching up to rupees 5 lakh per unit. It is better to go and catch this fish in the Gujarat coast, at least weekly once. Okay. One of the largest fish found in India, very important, primarily in marine areas of Gujarat and Maharashtra, often referred to as sea gold. Sea gold are known as fisherman's latry. No doubt in it. 5 lakh a week is latry like me. And recognized for a poach in its stomach and potent medicinal value for that poach. And time and again, we are discussing in our routine classes what is considered to be the pride of Eastern Ghats. Pride of Eastern Ghats, which is considered as the pride of Eastern Ghats. Yes, Red Shanders is considered as the pride of Eastern Ghats. Okay? Yes. Now, demand for both meat and air bladder used in beer Winemaking, air bladder has pharmaceutical application, highly valued in overseas markets, especially in China. So if you spend at least 10 minutes for this, definitely you will get an idea as soon as you see the option in the examination. Now, why sea buckthorn is in the news? Why sea buckthorn? So it got the GI tag and it is uh, found in the Ladakh region. Ladakh has secured its fourth GI tag this time for Ladakh sea buckthorn. Sea buckthorn is a highly profitable crop in Ladakh with 90% of its production coming from the region. A shrub which produces orange yellow colored edible berry. Yes, we can consume that edible berry. In India, it is found in the Himalayan region, generally in dry areas such as the cold deserts of Ladakh and Spiti. The sea buckthorn plantation has many ecological, medicinal, and economical benefits. Yes. Of course, everything is having economic importance, no doubt in it. Now, when you come to the edible oil sector of India, 80 to 85% of the demand of edible oil of India is met by the imports. Yes. And nowadays, there is a lot of fluctuations in the edible oil. All the way, maybe 1 year ago, the edible oil normal brand touched up to 200 rupees. 200 rupees per liter. Now, suddenly, after 6 or 7 months, now it has fallen to 100, 110. So, there is lot of fluctuations. Okay. So, as we are forced to import and the price of the commodity which we import generally depends on various issues, including the geopolitical tensions. Suppose if there is war between two countries, if the two countries lie in the middle or in the road or in the seaway from which our consignment will come, then automatically that consignments will not reach the India. Automatically, in spite of production in that region, the price will increase. See, now at the time of COVID-19, we could not get the semiconductors from the China or other countries. Because of that, many automobile companies were unable to give delivery of their cars because of the lack of semiconductors. Yes, and there was lot of waiting period. The same thing is even continuing also. Now, suddenly even so demand for this automobile has increased a lot. Four-wheelers and two-wheelers, abnormal demand. Suddenly demand has increased in India. For that, by seeing that demand, RBI is taking steps to see that they will not get the loans freely or very easily, because these sort of things will push the inflation. Then other issues may develop. Okay. Yes. So India has taken many steps like government initiatives in the form of programs, etc. So these things you have to remember to address the main issues. India's edible oil imports have increased by nearly 1.5 times and more than doubled in rupee value over the past decade. Okay. Now, luckily, even maize from corn also we are extracting the edible oil from corn also. Now, what are the sources of oil? You are having the groundnut, you are having the sunflower, you are having the soya, you are having the. Uh, so, actually, rice bran is not from seed. Rice bran is from the bran of the rice grain. Of course, its oil is also edible. Along with this, cotton seed. From crushing cotton seed also you will get the cotton seed oil, but it is blended with the other oils such that it will become edible. You cannot directly consume the cotton cotton seed oil directly. I mean, you cannot consume it. It should be blended with the other oil. And even maybe 1 month ago, we have discussed that cotton cotton production in India is decreasing. We have discussed maybe 1 month ago in the same current affairs class. And even we have discussed a disease. It is not a disease, it is a insect is attacking the cotton. What is the disease which is impeding the smooth production of the cotton crop? Yes, it is pink bullworm. It is pink bullworm. So this article says that because of reduction in cotton production, automatically cotton seed oil production is decreasing, and automatically the prices will fluctuate. Of course, the Indian government is saying that in course of time, we will rely only on our indigenous oilseed production, not on the foreign, as every state government is also increasing the palm growers, especially Telangana and AP. They are taking more proactive steps. Okay. About edible oil, see what is the meaning of edible? Safe for human consumption. Even you are also having the castor oil. Castor oil is not edible. If you consume castor oil in the morning, nobody will come to the class. Of course, you will search for some or other critics such that you will evade the class work. Yes. So castor is not edible. It is used in the medicines as a medicine carrier. In paint industry also castor oil is used. Homeopathic medicines widely used. Again, you are having the flaxseed oil. Yes, it is edible, but it is having wide commercial application in the paint industry and in the manufacture of waterproofing fabrics, etc. We have discussed that. And again, here along with this groundnut sunflower, you are having the mustard oil and sesame oil. Coconut is not derived from the seed. Coconut oil is also widely used in Kerala. It is derived from the copra shell, of course, the white, what we call copra. And India is the largest producer of coconut, if I am not wrong. No doubt in it. And what is the scientific name of coconut? Yes, excellent, Aparna and Varsha. Cocos nucifera. Cocos nucifera is the scientific name of the coconut. Okay? Yes, excellent. So, in spite of all this, but still, we are facing difficulty. We are forced to import. The reason is high consumption of the edible oil because our standard of living has increased. You see chips, you see whatever item you consume, it will have more oil content. Yes. Now, source of edible oil, we have just now discussed even olive, which is too costly and even it is also good for health. And India's status in edible oil. Sorry, India is one of the largest producer of oil seeds globally. In spite of that, 80% of our indigenous requirement, domestic requirement, is met by imports. Yeah. And India is the world's second largest consumer and primarily importer of vegetable oil. And of course, major imports palm oil, 62% mainly from Indonesia and Malaysia. Soya bean, 22% from Argentina and Brazil. And sunflower oil from Ukraine and Russia. Yes, this topic, food processing industry, is there for both APPSC, TSPSC, and UPSC mains. You have to remember, we are not deviating from the topic. Now, reasons for volatility. Just now, I told about the geopolitical tensions. And again, even in India also, the cotton yield has decreased. Reasons for volatility in edible oil. The war between Ukraine and Russia disrupted the global edible oil supply with nearly 58% of production affected. The Black Sea Grain Initiative Agreement facilitated by the UN and Turkey reopened Ukrainian ports for safe navigation, leading to a shipment surge. So now the rate is decreasing. That what is the meaning of fluctuation? High, low, etc. 2 days ago, the crude oil fell 5% in a span of maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes or 20 minutes or very hardly half an hour. You can see that chart. Suddenly it fell 5%. 5%. Okay? That is called as the volatility or fluctuations. In stock market, you are having a concept called as VIX. What is VIX? Volatility index. Means how the stock prices or bonds, etc., are moving. Yes. Now, you have to remember the government initiatives. NMEO, the government launched the National Mission on Edible Oils, Oil Palm, a centrally sponsored scheme with a focus on the Northeast region and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Even AP and Telangana are the forerunners for the palm oil cultivation. Definitely, if I am not wrong, AP is the largest producer of palm oil. So even in Telangana also in Siddipet, a new art of technology, palm seed milling industry has also been reopened. Yes, and palm oil is also good for health. Don't think that as in the as it in the winter season it turns into a paste. It is bad for health. No, palm oil is also good for health. Okay. Yes. Now, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, of course, it is an umbrella scheme for all items. Raftar support state level oil seed programs. E-veg oils, the Directorate of Sugar and Vegetable Oils have developed a web-based platform. See, with vegetables also you will manufacture the oil. Now you take the example of Vanaspati. Vanaspati. Actually, dalda. Actually, dalda is a vegetable oil, but in India, dalda is synonymously used for vegetable oil because for the first time, this vegetable oil was manufactured by Birla Industries in Karnool, TIL, Tungabhadra Industries Limited, with the brand name of Dalda. So we call it as Dalda. It is the vegetable oil that is extracted from the vegetables. And even yesterday also, I told that nickel is used as a catalyst in the hydrogenation of fats. Yesterday in the World Geography class. Yes. So what we consume, vanaspati, dalda, it is a vegetable oil that is widely used in manufacture of your most beloved curry puffs in your bakeries. Okay, take no issue. So these are all government initiatives, and you have to remember every year in the UPSC mains you will get one or other initiative. This time the question is from the government initiative to boost the manufacturing sector. Bad. Okay. Now, next is Kadalundi mud flat. You know what is mud flat? Mud flat is an area where the sand is deposited maybe because of the river. You know, when the river is entering the ocean, and we have discussed in our routine classes, youth stage, mature stage, and old stage. We have discussed in our routine classes, a geologist has compared the river course with the different stages of man's life. Who is that? Who is that geographist or who is that geomorphologist who compared the river course with the various stages of human being? So these boys, in spite of continuous repetition in our routine classes, they are unable to answer. I don't know their problem. Yes, William Morris Davis, and he is called as the father of geomorphology. Okay? Yes. So in the old state, the river will form the delta where it will sediment the where it will deposit the sediments. That is the mud flat. And again, sometimes what happens under tidal influence also, tide will also carry some mud and they will deposit. And these mud flats are very important. They will stop the erosion, further erosion, and their composition will also give shelter for lot of living creatures, and by which they will maintain the biodiversity. Okay. The mudflat ecosystem in Kadalundi, located on the southwest coast of India, is shrinking rapidly due to natural and anthropogenic factors, that is, man-made factors, with sand sedimentation covering the once abundant intertidal mudflats. In the early 2000s, of course, we have to remember why these are important. The mudflats provide essential prey such as polychaetes and crustaceans, attracting a diverse range of migratory birds from places like Siberia, Ladakh, Mongolia, and Scotland. Understand? Yes. Now, what is this? Why Gambusia fish is in news? What is it? Gambusia fish. Gambusia fish. Okay. See, lakes, reservoirs, they are the banks of mosquito larvae. And you know, because of mosquitoes, the common people may get a lot of diseases, including dengue, malaria also. And you know, dengue, even few people died because of dengue also. So earlier, to control the mosquitoes, these fish were released in the lakes or ponds. And what happened, as it can withstand adverse climatic condition, its population is increasing abnormally, posing a threat to the indigenous species. So these sort of things are called as exotic. Exotic. So now actually government wanted to control this, and even rearing of these fish is banned. In spite of that, we are using it. That is the issue. The article discusses the unintended consequence of introducing mosquito fish, especially Gambusia affinis and Gambusia halbruchi. Initially introduced in the 1960s as a biological control method to combat mosquito-borne diseases, these fish have proliferated beyond their intended habitats, causing threat to the other living things, causing severe ecological and environmental problems. Mosquito fish, originally from the US, was introduced in India to prey on mosquito larvae. However, their adaptability and high tolerance for changing environment increase their sphere of existence. Even WHO also withdrawn, and it recommended not to use this fish. In spite of that, Authority of Government of India in 2018, both government and non-government organizations continue to release these fish for mosquito control. So they have to leave these fish in our Hussain Sagar and also our Pragatinagar Lake. They are the centers of mosquito breeding. In the Hussain Sagar in the evening, you cannot open your mouth. If you open, mosquitoes will enter. If a pure vegetarian will become pure non-vegetarian. So many fishes are coming to class today. So try to enjoy fish tomorrow. Okay. So in the recent days, which state government has passed a bill giving quota for the local people in the private corporations. Of course, many states, but recently Haryana, and the High Court of Haryana and Punjab and said that it has declared it as null and void because it is against the Article 14, 15, 16, etc. There are both pros and cons with regard to private reservations. Now take the example of Mumbai only for understanding purpose. Many non-locals are coming and occupying the post in Mumbai, especially Biharis. So what happened? There is always some sort of conflict between the locals and non-locals. Sometimes regionalism will develop. Take the example of Telangana. When the non-locals, especially the people from Andhra, came to Telangana and they have settled in Hyderabad, they thought that their rights are deprived. Automatically, they have initiated a huge protest. With the demand of separate statehood, and they attained that in 2014, saying that Andhra people are taking their jobs. And all these 10 years, even Telangana people could not get the jobs which they used to get in the earlier combined state. And because of some or other reasons, the examinations are stalled. Okay? Yes. So this is the issue. The Punjab and Haryana High Court invalidated a 2020 Haryana government law that reserved 75% of private jobs for state residents. But still, based on birth, you are having the constitutional provisions. Take the example of 371D for AP and Telangana special provisions, jobs for local people, 371J for 666 of Karnataka. And even Manipur, even few northeastern states are also having this sort of provisions. It is based on unique conditions. Like take the example of AP and Telangana. They have been merged in 1956 on the recommendations of SRC. So these Telangana people demanded safeguards. That safeguards were given in the form of Article 371D. And when you come to these Karnataka, these 6 district people who are having this provision, they were earlier part and parcel of Hyderabad state. Yes, they are the earlier part and parcel of Hyderabad state. Yes. Now, the Punjab and Haryana High Court invalidated a 2020 Haryana government law that reserved 75% of private sector jobs for state residents. Of course, it is not good. It may be good to some extent, not 75%, a minimum percentage, maybe 10 or 15 or maybe 20. The law mandates that companies with 10 or more employees reserve 75% of jobs paying less than rupees 30,000 per month for candidates from the state. Employees must register eligible employees on the labor department's portal. If they will not do so, labor inspector will come and punish that. Now again, a great impetus for the inspector Raj. They will come and check how many people in your firm are local. If they are not local, they will demand bribe, corruption, or they will harass you. Okay? Yes. So Inspector Raj, you have to use that word Inspector Raj. They will come and check your that master roll, and if there are no local people, they will of course they will say that we will have you have to pay a fine of 1 lakh. Then you will request them, no, I will give you 2,000 rupees. Then you will bargain, and finally his pocket will be full of money, and you will become and you will become the fool. Okay? Yes. Why did the court invalidate the law? Just now I told you few states, AP, many states are having this provision, but not in the private jobs, in the local jobs. Of course, private jobs are also AP has made some provision, but not up to the 75%. Why the court invalidate the law? You have to remember violation of Article 16. Article 16. The law violated constitutional rights by reserving 75% of private sector jobs for Haryana residents, stating that a government cannot discriminate based on residence. Article 15, 16 ban the discrimination. Of course, we have to use the word only. That is very important. Okay? The Haryana government claimed that authority under Article 16.4, exemption to Article 16. There is exemption to Article 15 and 16 saying that if any socially, economically backward classes are there, then government can give some reservation. Citing that you are having reservations for OBCs, SCs, STs, and also women also. In AP and Telangana, in government jobs, 33% are reserved for the women candidates. There is a provision in Article 15, 16 itself, there is a provision of reservation. Yes. And violation of Article 19. Court also criticized that a law for imposing excessive control on private employers, creating an Inspector Raj. Just now I told you what is meant by Inspector Raj. They will come and check how many people are from local or not local, and they automatically they will demand the bribe. That is common. So these are all Article 14 provides for equality before law, irrespective of place of birth. Even for Article 14 also, we have discussed few exceptions. Exceptions to Article 14, right to equality. President, governor, we have discussed. Okay? Yes. Now, 15, 16, 19, we have discussed in the routine classes. And benefits of local reservation. There may be few just benefits, because in the mains you have to write pros and cons. So there are few benefits. It is constantly valid. How it is constantly valid? Because 15, 16 says that if socially, economically backward classes are there, then you can make some few affirmative action. So they will say that our local people are backward. Nothing wrong in that. It is okay. Now, to provide to have a egalitarian society is the main aim of the constitution, because our constitution aims the socialistic pattern of society. So automatically they can make reservations for the local people. Affirmative action. See, local people are backward, so they are not engaged in the work. Only outsiders are coming. If local reservation is there, the company itself will impart skill and they will take them into the job. Automatically, these local people will get good position. Their rank in the social ladder will increase, because inevitable. Yes. Now, suitable solution for unemployment, that is common, and special counsel provision. Just now I told you, like 371D, etc. Boost local economy, no doubt in it. Cost savings for companies. How? Suppose if a person is coming from other state, they have to give more salaries. If not, they will not come. And again, they have to provide boarding, lodging, etc. Local people, everything will be saved, of course, to some extent. Then improved productivity, of course, not only depends on the local or non-local. It depends on the technology, it depends on the skill of the workers, and it also depends on the management also. not only either local or non-local. But still, now, global practice, even in the USA also, there is affirmative action. That is blacks fight. Blacks were given the affirmative action. These policies are in line with global practices where countries like the US Civil Rights Act of 1964 and Canada, the Employment Equity Act provide reservations in private sector. Suppose if in the main question they will say that they will ask the question saying that private reservations are a solution for the regional development or end the conflicts, then you have to substantiate the answer by using these global practices. APPSC, TSPSC, UPSC. Again, now cons. The talented persons may not come. Okay? Yes. And can trigger exodus of investors. So investors may not invest in that state saying that they are demanding the local jobs. Automatically, when there is no investment, no growth, even the existing people will also lose their employment. So, and again, promotes the regionalism. Of course, to some extent, it is good, but not beyond limit. So, and there are many judicial and vote bank politics. Now it has become the source, and even the merit system will take the back seat. In Karnataka, in the recent elections, everybody has placed this in their manifesto, saying that if they come to power, 90% or 70% jobs will be reserved for the local people. Okay? Yes. And for everything in polity, you have to substantiate your answer with the judgments. You are having Dr. Pradeep Jain, Sunanda Reddy, etc., etc. Of course, I will forward this PPT. Dr. Pradeep Jain versus Union of India 1984 legislation for sons of soil deemed unconstitutional. Now, in India, you are having a concept called as the miniature painting, and this got a great push, especially in the period of Mughals, Jahangir in particular. And we have discussed the people who are responsible for popularizing the Mughal school of painting. Two people, that is Abdul Samad and Sayyid Ali Tabrizi. When Humayun was in exile, when he got defeated in the hands of Sheikh Shah, again when he was coming to India, he carried, of course, he has not carried, he was accompanied by two painters, Sayyid Ali Tabrizi, Abdul Samad. You have to remember these people's painting. Of course, Jahangir's period is called as Golden Age of Painting, but Aurangzeb period, there started the downfall of painting because Aurangzeb opposed the painting and he will ask to deface the paintings and whitewash the paintings on the walls of Bijapur and Golconda forts. But still the painting has survived because the feudatories, the Rajputs, the provincial kingdoms kings, they have patterned the painting. And here a survey or a study revealed that painting, the style of painting was dependent not on the dynasty, it was on the family. And you know, take the example of South India. In South India, cave paintings were encouraged by which king? In South India, cave paintings were encouraged by which king? Yes, excellent, Akhilasri. Mahendra Varman I, he is also called as Chitrakara Puli. Cave paintings were found at Sitchanavasal caves. Sitchanavasal caves. Yeah. The art historian B.N. Goswami gained prominence with his groundbreaking 1968 article revealing family lineages of artists crucial to the development of miniature painting. What was Goswami's contribution? His contribution lies in revealing that painting styles were family dependent rather than region dependent. Of course, we are having, see, once Aurangzeb stopped the painting, you are having the Rajput king's pattern, the painting. Last time also, we have discussed about the Paharia painting in the last classes. We have not discussed that. We have discussed. Why we have discussed? Yes. Paria painting last class we have discussed. Yes. No issue, no issue, no issue. And here you have to remember what is the meaning of tempera. What is tempera technique? Mr. Raviraj. Excellent, very good. In tempera technique, a medium is used like egg or wheat flour. That is called as tempera technique. In the medium, they will mix the color. Tempera technique. And even you have to remember the term, the place where all the painters sit together and they will involve in painting. What is the place that is called? Where the painters will sit and involve in painting. Yes, actually, excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay? Yes, 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 very good. Now, what was Goswami's contribution? His contribution lies in revealing that painting styles were family dependent rather than region dependent. He reconsidered family networks of renowned artists such as Pandit Sio and his sons Nain-suk and Manaku about miniature paintings. Indian miniature paintings. The word miniature means small. It is derived from the Latin word minium, which means red lead paint. It is generally confused with the word minimum, which would mean that they were small in size, but still they were small in size also. Now, Indian miniature painting, they use colors, intricate patterns, etc. The history of Indian miniature painting, just now I told you, that is Mughals. Before that, in 6th and 7th century, Buddhist Pala dynasty of Bengal also patterned the miniature painting. And the Palas of Bengal, they are the people who have also encouraged the Vajrayana Buddhism. In Buddhism, you are having Hinayana, Mahayana, and Vajrayana. And Vajrayana Buddhism is encouraged by Pala dynasty king. And even they are the founders of Vikramasila University, a Buddhist university. Who is the founder of Vikramasila University? Yes, 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 yes. Dharmapala is the founder of Vikramasila University, and Nalanda University is founded by Kumarapala, and both the universities were destroyed by Muhammad bin Bakhtiar Khilji. Both the universities were destroyed by Muhammad bin Bakhtiar Khilji, who is the army commander of the Muhammad Gori. Understand? Yes. Okay. Now, and they use the tempera technique. Just now I told you what is tempera technique. Different schools of Indian miniatures. You are having the Pala School of Art. Foliage during the 8th to 12th century in the Eastern India mostly used palm leaf and paper. Prominent painters Dimman and Vichapala. Palm leaf. And Apabramsa School of Art. Yeah, in this it is a Rajput School of Art. In this Apabramsa, the eyes of the woman were shown like the eyes of the fish. Yes. Apabramsa School of Art, dominated in Gujarat and Mewar region, divided into illustration on palm leaf and paper. Motivated by Jainism, this was the question. Jainism. Later adopted Vaishnavism themes. Unique features include fish-shaped bulging eyes. Cheppana? Fish-shaped bulging eyes, many times asked in the examination. Pointed noses. Okay. Double chin and angular faces, famous example, Kalpa Sutra and Kalakacharya Katha. During Delhi Sultanate, Indo-Persian style drawing form Iranian and Jaina influence. Nimmat Nama, remember, Nimmat Nama, a manuscript during Nadir Shah's reign depicts scenes of food preparations. It is not Nadir Shah, Nasir Shah. Nasir Shah, you are having a Nasiruddin Muhammad. Nasiruddin Muhammad, you are having a Delhi Sultanate Nasiruddin Muhammad. Apkal, I think you have ordered something. Insane Kamil. I think only this person. Okay. Now, of course, Mughal era, we have discussed Jahangir. See, Mughal emperors introduced a Persian-inspired style. Just now I told you, Muhammad Ali Tabrizi, Syed Ali Tabrizi, Abdul Samad, they came all the way to India from Persia, along with the Humayun. Persian-inspired style, focus on court skins, hunting, and historical events characterized by subtleness, nationalism, and even Jahangir used to take the painters to Kashmir to paint the nature. And Akbar will establish a school of painting. And Abdul Samad was made as in charge. Lot of things we have discussed. But beyond that things, you will lose the memory. No issue. Jahangir emphasized nationalistic portraits. And see, after Aurangzeb, this art flourished because of these Rajputs, and a new school, Rajasthani school of painting, has developed. Okay, this is with regard to the painting. And what is Kera and what is its duty? What is Kera and what is its duty? Kera, India's adoption regulation body. But what is happening? They are not functioning in a proper manner. Many parents are willing to adopt the child, and there are many children available, but they are not mediating to see that a child is given to the couple because of some or other issues. The number of orphans in India are more. Some parents will hand over their children to them. Yes. The Supreme Court has recently questioned the significant delay in India's adoption process. Approximately 30,000 prospective parents wait for an average of 3 years, with only 10% of orphan children adopted annually. It is too bad. See how many parents wanted to adopt. About Kara, Central Adoption Resource Authority is a statutory body of the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Remember, it was established under Juvenile Justice Act 2015, but was founded in 1990. It is a nodal body for the adoption process. Legal adoption, because if it is not legal, the people will take their children and they will convert them into beggars and they will involve in beggar mafia. Yes, that is what happening in India. Now, of course, microfinance. The microfinance industry network launched at the third, and here the microfinance sector added 87 lakh new women clients. Actually, what is microfinance? See, India is known for the economy in the unorganized sector, and they will not have any licenses, etc. So these people are deprived of the financial aid from the government or the financial institutions. So to see that every person will be included in the modern financial system, earlier Microfinance Act was made and small financial institutions were established, and they will give up loan up to 3 lakhs of rupees without any collateral security. There is no need of any property surety or etc. No doubt it is serving the petty vendors, okay, and even it is also attaining the financial inclusion, social inclusion. I mean, irrespective of caste, everybody is given the loan, and gender inclusion, especially women. Women beneficiaries are increasing, and also financial inclusion. The common people are able to have the, I mean, benefits of the modern financing system, and also even these microfinance insurance are also selling the insurance policies, health insurance, life insurance, etc. And even they are also collecting the fixed deposit by which the people will get financially secure. When you come to the cons of these microfinances, there are hundreds of microfinances. A single person is taking loan from all the financial institutions. When he is unable to pay, automatically he is committing suicide. Yes, there are instances in Andhra and Telangana. Many people committed suicide because of the harassment of these financial institutions. But still, you have to remember the importance of these MFIs. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Meet for this class next week.